Another family history website that I'd recommend you visit is called TreeSeek. TreeSeek is a website where you can go and create charts with the data that you have in Family Search. It's been around a while and was probably one of the first websites where you could go and get a pretty detailed fan chart printed up of the information you had in Family Search. To find TreeSeek, go ahead and type TreeSeek into a search engine or go to treeseek.com. Now, this website offers a variety of different charts. You can print off a lot of different charts right from Family Search. You can print off pedigree charts and family group sheets, and you can print off fan charts from Family Search. However, the fan charts that they offer here at TreeSeek are a little bit more detailed and there's a little more variety. Plus, they offer a few other fun little charts that Family Search doesn't offer. So again, we're going to be using our Family Search data, so we need to log in using our Family Search username and password. So when you click the login button, again, you'll get a screen that looks like you're logging into Family Search. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I log in. Okay, so I've logged into TreeSeek, and here it shows me the different types of charts that I can go ahead and generate. They offer a 9-generation fan chart in color as well as in black and white. They also offer a 7-generation fan chart in color. You can print off the typical 7-generation Family Search fan chart, what you would see from Family Search, a 5-generation Family Search portrait, a 4-generation photo, and a 5-generation family photo chart. Although one caveat, I've never been able to get these to work, so they might still be in something that they're developing. And then, of course, you have a 9-generation pedigree chart and a 4-generation pedigree chart. Now, from Family Search, you cannot generate a 9-generation pedigree chart. So that's unique to this website. They also offer a couple of really fun things. They offer the name cloud and the source tracker. So let's just take a look at some of these charts that we can generate. So we'll just start with the 7-generation fan chart. And I'm just going to click the little box here and then click Create Chart. And it takes a minute while it gathers the data, and then up will come my fan chart. So this is what my 7-generation fan chart looks like. And if I wanted to, I can use these little buttons here to kind of go in and see things up close. So I can look at the fan chart up close, and it's really nicely done. The font's nice. The way they've got it designed with the colors, it's all very good. When I want to go back and just see the whole thing, I just click this button right here. And then from here I can do a couple of different things. I could rotate it if I needed to, left or right. I could save it to my computer, or I could print it from my own home printer. They also offer the option to download it up here as well, so that would be the same as saving it here. Or you can actually order a print from their website and they can print it really big for you. So that's just the 7-generation fan chart. And then when I'm done, I just click this button right here, Create Another Chart. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and it takes me back to this home page. And let's take a look at the 9-generation fan chart in black and white. So I go ahead and select that and then click Create Chart. And again, it gathers the data. And so here is my 9-generation fan chart. And again, if I wanted to look at it more closely before I printed it, I could go and take a look and see what's missing and just kind of get a little preview of it. And same thing again. I could save it to my computer, I could print it, or I could order a print of this if I wanted to. Alright, so let's click Create Another Chart. So they also offer the 5-generation Family Search portrait, and you can also do this, I believe, on Family Search as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and click Create Chart. And up comes, this is my portrait pedigree chart, 5 generations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that uses the pictures that have been put into Family Search. So a good reason to get into Family Search and get some pictures put in of your family. Alright, let's create another chart. So you could also, like I said, do a 9-generation pedigree chart. We'll go ahead and take a look at that. So that is 9 generations in a pedigree chart format. And again, that's something that I could download. They don't offer you to get this printed with them, but you could download the chart, and if you saved it to a thumb drive, you could take it to a place like Staples or Office Depot, and they could make a big print for you as well. All right, so that's the 9-generation pedigree chart. Let's go create another chart. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these fun ones. One I really like is the name cloud. So I'm going to go ahead and click name cloud and create chart. And what this does is it goes into your part of family tree and it takes all the first names, and the ones that are repeated the most often are bigger. And so this is all the first names in my family tree, and I can actually change that. You can also do last names, just male names, or just female first names. So I'm going to do last names, and this is my last name cloud, and I really like this one a lot. This is kind of fun to see all the different last names that are in my family tree. Now this is a little different. I can't print it right from here, but I can download it as a PNG file or download it as an SVG file, and then once I've downloaded in one of those file formats, I could use another software program to go ahead and print this as a picture. All right, let's click create another chart, and let's take a look at Source Tracker. Now Source Tracker isn't really a chart that you can print, but what it does is it helps you identify all of the sources that are available for your ancestors and whether or not those have already been identified and attached in Family Search. So right now it's just taking some time. It's going into Family Search and it's looking through the sources that are attached to the people in my part of family tree. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And it's divided into census data and vital events data. So I'm on the census data page, and it's basically just given, every decade when there could possibly have been some sort of a census record. There's a little asterisk by the 1890 census, and that's because a majority of that census was destroyed, and so it's unavailable. So they've just got a little asterisk there. So then what this Source Tracker does is it goes down and it takes some of these people, and it identifies if the census records that would be available for them have been found and are attached to them in family tree. So for example, for my grandpa, oh look, here come the pictures. For my grandpa, he was born in 1917, and so the only census records that would be available where he could be seen is the 1920 U.S. Census, the 1930, and the 1940. And those all have check marks by them, which means that we've found those sources and they've been attached to him in family tree. Okay, so let's scroll down a little bit. And then you'll notice, see all this 1890, there's a magnifying glass. That means you could go and search for that source, and it's not there, and we wouldn't be able to find it. All right, but let's say I wanted to try and find James Temple in the 1900 census. It's telling me that has not been attached, and I can look and see, yeah, he was alive in 1900. And then if I click here, it actually opens up a new tab up here in the browser and takes me into the search part of Family Search and puts at least his name in here and starts to search for him, and then I could take a look at some of these sources and see if any one of these are him. So that's kind of a fun little thing that it allows you to do. All right, so that's the U.S. Census part. I can also click Vital Events, and it does the same thing. It's looking for whether or not I've attached a source that helps prove name, gender, birth, christening if it was something that was done, a death date, a burial date, and then it also gives me the number of sources that are available. So for most of these part of my ancestors, we've found something that proves name, gender, birth, and death, and some burial and some not with a burial. And again, if I wanted to find, like here is my grandma Winter, well, my grandma McDonald, great grandma McDonald. If I wanted to, it looks like there's nothing that proves her death in there, no source. So again, I could click on that little magnifying glass. It's going to open a tab in Family Search, put her name in, and then give me a bunch of different things. And then here we've got her in Find a Grave. And so this proves her death date and her burial. And so this would be something I could go ahead and attach to Family Search. So again, lots of fun stuff here at TreeSeek. Lots of fun charts to try. A little bit different than just the ones you can do in Family Search. and just a great way to take another look at your family history.